Welcome back, everybody, to the Armageddon Dota 2 Asia Grand Slam. We are here live from the Marina Bay Sands Convention Center, where we've gathered together 12 of the best upcoming teams in Southeast Asia from Vietnam, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Malaysia, Myanmar. The list goes on. We've got some of the best upcoming teams here. They're fighting over $20,000 in prize money, sponsorship gear, as well as a sponsorship contract from Armageddon themselves. And all the teams are here gathered in Singapore for the grand finals. We've had some regional qualifiers, but we've now made it to the grand finals. We've seen, I believe, 3 teams now get knocked out. So 12 teams is now down to 9, and we're going to have one more team get knocked out here. It's WAM, the Vietnamese squad, the Vietnamese only hope, up against Pacific 2. Pacific, one of 2 teams coming from the Philippines. We also have Team Gangster, who I believe are still in the bracket. And I think they're our last match of today. But for now, it is going to be Pacific Esports 2 up against WAM, the Vietnamese guys. And this is a best-of-1 loser bracket match, as has been the rest of the tournament. All these matches best-of-1. So anything can happen. And, well, we'll have a little look at the draft here. We're going to hop ourselves in as Keeper Light Mag, both being banned out by the Vietnamese team, and Batrider as well as Nyx Assassin, the 2 bans for the Pacific 2 squad. It does leave Darks in the pool, and right off the bat, it gets grabbed up. There's your first pick coming up for WAM. So 2 picks can go the way of Pacific here, and have to wait and see what they look to get with these 2 picks. Yesterday we saw them going for a bit of PL Coddle type play, but Coddle being banned out makes it a lot harder to run that PL pick. More likely we see just something a bit more, I'd say, well, they're always looking to get aggressive here, but they're looking to go for something a bit more standard. Maybe it's like a Shadow Demon CK type thing, maybe a Rubik. If they really want to get those aggressive solos, they're going to have to look at picking up heroes like Queen of Pain early on into the draft, though. As we'll have to wait and see what they want to get here. It's starting to chew through that reserve time here. They've got 2 picks coming their way, and this is something you kind of want to do. When you've got the 2 picks here, you don't want to pick up one hero and then wait a long time for your next pick, although they may just do that now. They picked up Lifestealer. It's better to pick both heroes at the same time, because you're not saving any time. By picking Lifestealer up, they're basically just letting their opponents know, hey, we've got a Lifestealer. Prepare what you're going to pick now based on the fact Lifestealer's been picked. So with your 2, when you have a double pick, the key thing is pick them up very fast in quick succession. There's no point picking a hero. It's not like, hey, we know we're going to pick Mag, let's pick Mag, and then wait 30 seconds to pick your next hero. No, you want to pick both heroes together. Give them less time to react to what you're going to do. Lifestealer and Shadow Demon is the go, though, from Pacific 2, and we'll have to see what they look to round off that trial lane with. Who's going to be the third, sort of, well, the second support there, the third hero for that trial lane. Imagine looking to get aggressive. Lina, Leshrak, sort of the combo Stunner to go with the Shadow Demon, or otherwise we look at, well, maybe even something like a Wisp. We've seen a bit of Wisp play throughout the day. Definitely possibilities of seeing that come out again here in a deciding match here, as both teams want to keep their tournament hopes alive. WAM going to put their hopes into the Rubik pick. There's one more pick coming out from them. They're about to say maybe a Luna's going to fit in well. It's sort of a nice little carry or semi-carry, especially a carry who can sort of go head-to-head with a Lifestealer, especially earlier on. And even later on, if you manage to sort of stay on par or get ahead of him, get that Butterfly out, get the Lifestealer up, you can take him on late game. Early to mid game, you do pretty well as well once you get your Mantis up, because you can get out of his Focus Fire, use that Mantis, but problem is, there's going to be some Queen of Pain. There's your second source of damage. There's your semi-carry. There's most likely your solo mid. The Pinoys love their Queen of Pain. And we're going to see them run that most likely in the mid lane. As next stage of bans are going to be coming out. How WAM going to ban out the Nature's Prophet for the starters. 5 more bans. 3 coming out from the Pacific side. 2 from the WAM side. As then we'll see get ourselves into our last picking stage here of this match between the Vietnamese WAM and the Pacific side over on the Radiant side. They did have the second pick, Dire side with the first pick. As always, guys, a big shout out and thanks to all of our sponsors here at the Armageddon Dota 2 Asia Grand Slam. E-Club, AMD, StarHub, Asus, Rapture Gaming Network, who are here producing the stream. Zook, not often you get nightclubs sponsoring your Dota 2 turns, but here it's possible. Sonic Gear, as well as Power Logic, our sponsors here at the Armageddon Dota 2 Asia Grand Slam. Of course, Armageddon, they're the ones putting all this on. And they're the ones who have made all of this possible, of course, by bringing everything together here in Singapore at the Marina Bay Sands. So as you're in Singapore, come on down. It's a lot of fun. We've got 2 more days of action. Maybe not today. There's probably about one more game left after this. So Saturday, Sunday, that's when the playoffs really get heated. That's when we've got 8 teams left, maybe even less, 7 teams, down to 7. We'll have lots of heated action then. We'll get our grand finals on Sunday. So those of you in Singapore, definitely worth coming on down. Check out the IT Festival. It's free entry for anyone who wants to come on down. So, guys, come say hi to me. Take a photo. Say hi to the teams. You can say hi to Winter, the ABC captain. He's a cool guy. And just have some fun here at the IT Festival at Marina Bay Sands. But more importantly, guys, let's focus on this Dota 2 game. Although I know there's plenty else to focus on, especially with the amazing cameraman that we've got here at the Beyond the Summit stream. It's provided plenty of entertainment in between games, so a big shout out to the Rapture guys who've been putting that on, providing heaps of entertainment for you guys on the live stream. But we've got a Dota 2 game. We've probably lost half our viewers since our Dota 2 has started, because everyone just wants to see the other content on stream. But hopefully some of you are still there to watch some Dota action. Puck as well as Lena going to get banned out. One more ban for the WAM side. They're not Radiant, they're Dire. I'm good at getting these Radiant and Dire mixed up, something I do time in and time again. But maybe we look at the Leshrac ban. They've banned out the Lena as one potential support to combine with the Shadow Demon. The other one is going to be the Leshrac. If they're really worried about that potential offensive try line. It is going to be WAM who have the first pick after we get into once we get into the second pick stage. So if they maybe want Leshrac themselves, they can run Rubik, Leshrac as their two supports. So maybe they leave it in, look to grab it up, or maybe they're just not worried about it at all. Windrunner actually going to be the hero cops the ban. So they're looking at those offlaners. Windrunner as well as Nature's Prophet both get banned out. For Pacific, they banned up Puck and TA. They're worried mostly about the solo mids. Heroes that can do pretty well against the Queen of Pain. So both Puck as well as TA will get taken out of the draft. One more ban coming up. Who's it going to be? Another solo mid possibly, or maybe we're going to start looking at the support heroes. If they're worried about like a jungling pushing hero like a Chen, because with the Chen there, you have a Chen Darkseer push with a Luna, and that's a scary 5-man Deathball army that can just push down your towers really quickly before Lifestealer gets farmed enough to stop that push. So Chen could be a hero they're worried about, but it's going to be a Bane, and actually it makes a lot of sense. They needed a second support, and it's a second support who's so good at countering Lifestealer. Fiend's Grip goes through the Rage. You've got the counter there. And then also, as far as locking down the Queen of Pain in the mid game, if Lifestealer's not in the fight, hey, you can use that Fiend's Grip on Queen of Pain as well. So it's a really nice hero to have if you're on the WAM side. So I definitely agree with this ban here. And what does that leave WAM? Do they look to get their other support here, or are they going to go straight for their solo mid? I don't think they have to worry about picking up their solo mid just yet. There's not really much chance of it getting picked up and taken by the Pacific side, as they've already got their solo mid. And there we have it, the other support. It's going to be a Jakiro. So it's a very safe option as far as the support goes. Jakiro, Rubik, Luna going to round off their tri lane. And then they just need their solo mid. Something to go up against the Queen of Pain in mid lane. Heroes like Brewmaster, still in the pool. Beastmaster as well. But what else are we looking at as far as the mid lane goes? With TA and Puck banned out, the options are becoming fewer and further between. We saw a Klinks actually solo mid last game. Did not work out too well for them, but maybe we're going to see a little, I imagine, a change of pace from the Vietnamese side. The team's somewhat known for doing some occasionally unconventional drafts and strategies. Unfortunately for them, they played the first game today and they got absolutely destroyed by ABC. Winter's team had a fantastic game against them where they just completely steamrolled them from start to finish. As the fourth pick coming out from Pacific, they're chewing through this reserve time, so we'll see something come up soon, I imagine. Sanking it is, so Shadow Demon Sanking is going to be their support hero. Forget Leshrac, they decide Sanking with I'd say somewhat more reliable stun. A lot easier to land. Also a lot easier to hit multiple heroes with it. They don't have to be sort of grouped up in a small AoE. You can line them up and get a much longer range on it. So it's slightly weaker on the laning stage. You do need to get more levels, more farm on the Sanking, but once you get those, it's a really influential hero. I really like this pick here. All they need now is their offlaner. Heroes like Bounty Hunter still in the pool. There's a Lone Druid, but I don't think you really want to go Lone Druid here. There's just too much, not enough farm being split between Lone Druid, Lifestealer, and Queen of Pain. More likely we see something like a Bounty Hunter or an Enigma. Even abandon the offlane. Send Enigma to this jungle. They don't actually have to send a hero to that offlane if they don't want to. If they think it's going to be a strong tri-lane in Rubik, Luna, and Jakiro, it's not really worth it. Fifth and final pick now going to be coming up from the Vietnamese squad. The only Vietnamese team here is Team WAM, and well, they're carrying their country's flag currently, and so far it's not been a good day for them after getting destroyed earlier today, but they're looking to bounce back. Looking to take on the Pinoy. It's one of two Pinoy teams here. Led by the famous question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. There's four of them. If you haven't heard of him, you should have. And the reserve time now ticking on down for Team WAM. The captain, Kamina, really thinking through all their options here with this last pick. You need that offlane hero. Or do you? Oh, no, sorry, not the offlane. You need the mid hero. Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit makes an appearance. They have the Darkseer offlane. They went for the they need the mid hero. They get the Storm Spirit. So Storm Spirit going to be up against the Queen of Pain mid lane, and that's a really tough lane for a Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit also very prone to getting ganked. When you've got a Shadow Demon Sanking potentially ganking him, Oh man, things are going to be very rough for this Storm Spirit at mid lane potentially. Last pick now going to be coming up from the Pacific 2 squad. Who's going to be their last pick here? They need that offlane solo. That's where I got the offlane solo from. It's the Pacific side who need it. Who are they going to be looking to send top? Unless they got offensive trial line, but I just don't feel this is a good game to do it. Rubik as well as Jakiro. Ice Path, Telekinesis, two great defensive skills to have if you're facing a trial line. Even with Life still having his magic immunity from a rage, it's the Shadow Demon and Sanking. Sanking especially, if he goes stunning in, he's almost guaranteed to die. The Ice Path can hit him if he has a point in Sandstorm, even if he gets level 2, level 3, level 4. You can't send that Sandstorm where there's an Ice Path coming out from Jakiro. So, fifth and final pick now. What are we going to be looking at? I imagine something like an Enigma. Maybe even look at the offlane Tidehunter. Something with a bit of team vibe potential. No, they go back for the Lone Druid. I mentioned this is a lot of farm, and it is a lot of farm. Probably look... I don't know if we're looking at Lifesteal even played as like the main carry here, because Lone Druid doesn't do a whole lot without items, but with Lone Druid, Queen of Pain, as well as Lifestealer, they're going to really struggle to find farm for all three of these heroes. I have to wait and see how they do this. Oh man, I'm loving this logo here. It's a cool logo. Pacific 2, live and wired. That is our Radiant team, guys. Let's introduce our two teams. Over on the Radiant side, representing the Philippines, it's Team Pacific Esports 2. We've got KIR paying that Sanking. Nico's E3, or Nico's E, Loveheart, I should say, playing the Lifestealer. Shadow Demon in the hands of Niakes. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Playing the Queen of Pain. He's the captain right now. And then we've got Lennon Dimon playing the Lone Druid. Over on the Dire side, we've got the team representing Vietnam. It is Team WAM. Kamina playing the Luna. Boa playing the Storm Spirit. Nice KS and well play playing the Jakiro. Rubik in the hands of Kim Yan. And then finally, the Straggler. It's Nguyen Thao playing the Darkseer. We can't really reveal too much about these lanes, as most of you who've been tuning in do know. Players are in earshot distance, so a lot of what's said and analyzed is done so with the assumption that, well, if I say something, I can't be revealing anything to the teams. We'll have WAM, well, looking to scout things out here. They are going to see this Lone Druid Bear. The Spirit Bear scouts up the Rubik near the top river. Both teams are mostly using this early game to get some vision up, try to scout their opponent's lanes, and uh-oh. Speaking of scouting lanes, they're going to find Rubik, throw him onto the high ground. Can he do it? Oh, he misses it. Kim Yan went for it. He's going to get brought down. This is going to be your first blood. He couldn't quite make the jump. He couldn't quite make the distance. It's like watching an NBA dunking contest and they just come up a bit short. Rims it. And instantly dewards. Shadow Demon comes in. The Sentry Ward is there. Dewards this, and this is going to deny Storm Spirit of Rune Vision and also make him be basically very, very scared. He doesn't know when a gank's going to be coming in the mid lane now without this vision on his high ground. Really, really good start going the way of the Pacific 2 squad. Now we can look at our lanes. Lone Druid in a 1v1 matchup, bottom up against the Darkseer. I like how they've gone for the offensive trial. If you pick the Lone Druid, I don't think you can send him off lane. He's never going to get any farm whatsoever. You've got to play this Lifesteal, so that more tanky frontliner. Go for the phase boots, drums, then an armlet. Just go for these more cheaper, cost-effective items and builds. And that's probably what we'll be seeing from him in this top lane. He's going to be in the tri-lane up there with his support duo, the Shadow Demon Sanking, up against the Luna, Rubik, as well as Jakiro. Already first blood being claimed, and that's going to make things a lot harder. What is that? Sorry, it says. Error. Storm Spirit drops a Remnant, although it sure as hell does not look like a static Remnant. Queen of Pain, the hero who does have a slight edge on the mid lane, should be able to harass Storm Spirit somewhat out of lane. Storm needs to get his fast pull up, and this is how he's going to stay alive against the Queen of Pain in 1v1 matchup. He's been pulled tangos. Went for a level 1 Null Talisman, gets tangos pulled to him. Top lane. Lifesteal just sort of claiming his position on the front lane. He's going to get ice passed up, but it looks like just warning shots being fired more than anything. As I think the Radiant team also de-warded the lane ward here. The Dire team with no vision up right now. Both their observe wards have been de-warded. And, well, the creep pull's been blocked as well. They can't use that to get XP and farm. Well, what they can do is find another creep pull. Rubik's, he's getting imaginative. This will be somewhat annoying for the Radiant team, although they can look to go contest it. Maybe just try to get some last hits here, but they're going to be a bit too late as some of those already starting to get denied. Over at the mid lane, Storm Spirit taking a lot of damage here. Queen of Pain has a level 2 Scream. No bottle up just yet for the Storm Spirit, and that's really the big issue here. Storm doesn't have a bottle. Oh, it's top lane. I've done it again. I've missed first blood. Actually, no, I haven't. We saw first blood. I missed second blood. We saw first blood in the river. I thought I'd done it again. Bottom lane, Lone Druid's farming up against the Darks here. Top lane, well, the tri lane. It's not working out for WAM right now. Let's take a quick look at that at the replay at the top lane. As once again, my camera work does fail me. Disrupt to delete things off. Sanking stun, lifestealer with open wounds. It's just the 1-2-3 punch. Easy pickings. If ever there's a hero caught out of position, the problem is, even with Ice Path being dropped, lifestealer just rages out of it. If he's gone in with open wounds in a rage, he's getting out of that. Oh, mid lane, Queen of Pain with a solo kill now on the Storm Spirit. It was bound to happen sooner or later. Even with the tangos being pulled, he manages to basically just harass down the Storm Spirit, who does now have a bottle up, but he's really struggling here. Bottom. What's this Lone Druid going for? Has he gone? Yep, he's gone for the Orb of Venom. Gets the extra harass on the Darks. It keeps him down low. Top lane, they've gone in for initiation on the Jakiro. Is there enough damage? Sanking with a stun. They're going to try to bring him down. Sanking needs to be careful. They do get the kill, though. 4-0 now, the Pacific. And things going from bad to worse now for the Vietnamese squad. And the problem is these kills, it boots up for the, well, at least for one of the supports. Magic sticks give them extra mana to play around with here. Every time you drop a telekinesis or a Ice Path, it's just giving away mana to your opponents to keep on spamming. Boa at mid lane, still being continuously harassed here. The Queen of Pain so far has had the better game here at mid lane. Uh-oh, level 6 now. Problem's just going to go from bad to worse. Storm, well, he's decided just to leave the lane for the time being. Decides there's not much to be said and done there. Darks is very, very low from all this harass from the Lone Druid. Lone Druid's level 5 as well. If he can get those entangles coming in, he's going to do a lot of damage. Brings in the Lone Druid bear. Can he get the entangle? This will be a kill if he can get that. Surge away. Oh. Lennon Dimon is going to be shaking his head. Not happy with himself. Oh, Queen of Pain. Mid lane. Sonic waves down on those Storm Spirit. But that Lone Druid, luck was not in his favor. The 20% entangle chance just was not there. If he gets an entangle, there was about, I think it was at least 2 hits, possibly even 3 hits. No entangles though. And now we see Lone Druid hitting level 6, instantly into the range form. Sorry, the melee form, out of the range form, into the melee form. Gives himself the extra HP and armor. Knowing that makes it a lot harder for the Darks here to lane against him. And once again, it's the top lane where they're sort of trying to set up for an initiation. Disruptions there, Sanking, is he in range for a stun? Doesn't look like it. Ice Path's going to prevent it coming in, but there is a slow coming out from the Lifestealer. Could give SK the time to get in there. It does. Lifestealer gets another kill here at the top lane. His first actually, but he's had 3 assists here, 4 overall for this Radiant team. And they're now up 6 kills unanswered in our best of 1 loser bracket match here. Team WAM in quite a bit of trouble here. Death's in 2 of these lanes. The only hero who hasn't gone down is the Darks here, who's been lucky not to go down. He surges himself away there. He's worried. And uh-oh, Queen of Pain and Storm Spirit, they're having a bit of a man fight here at mid lane. Queen of Pain, one more right click. Is it going to come? No. And Queen of Pain may look to re-engage here with this bottle. Not going to happen here. Oh, level 4 Scream here. He's going to just go in for a bit of harass. Storm Spirit doesn't have the pull just yet. Queen of Pain just doing his best to harass. He's going for the 2 null talismans. Look at this cheap, cost-effective build as his. Trying to find a rune now, as we do hit the 6-minute mark. And it's going to see a bit, things quietening down for a bit now. Both teams now hit the 6-minute mark. Our starting observer wards will be expiring, so both teams need to get more wards up. So we see the courier doing up here. Brings out some more wards that we're going to have planted. Radiant team need to do the same thing. Their wards have expired, and more coming out. It's sort of that short 1-minute opening where the solo mid heroes can gank around the map, around the 6-minute mark. As soon as these rewards expire, you can start getting mobile around the map, but they get replanted very, very soon after. But Storm Spirit picking up the haste rune, decides to stay mid lane though. He hasn't hit level 6, and without level 6, it's really hard for him to get ganking. Queen of Pain back towards the mid lane, 2 points now in the blink. He's got some additional levels for himself. Lone Druid, how's his farm going? He's leading the charts. 34 creep kills, and wow, is this CS chart very one-sided. The 3 leading farmers are all 3 Pacific heroes. Each farmer in each lane, and then you've got the 3 for the Dire team, and they're about a good 10 CS behind each. Looking for another opening at the top lane. Shadow Poison just being thrown out just to try to scout things out. Gets vision of the Rubik, finds the position, and helps to find that opening that you're after. Storm, he's used his haste. Oh, Queen of Pain, Sonic Wave is there. The haste is worn off. Queen of Pain snipes the Storm Strip for the second time this game. Killing spree now for the Pacific Queen of Pain. I say second, but it's actually his third death. And now another engagement at top. Need to hit this Ice Blast. Sand King going to come in. He should be able to burrow strike this regardless. Ice Blast doesn't last long enough. Doesn't hit the Sand King. And Nico under the tower gets another kill. Pops the magic wand, heals himself back up. He is a bit low on HP regen now, but this top lane just going so well for the Pacific 2 team. 8 unanswered kills now, as Team WAM are in a lot of trouble. Lennon Demon, what's his gold like? 1200 gold. He's no longer leading. Queen of Pain's caught up, his own teammate. I love this 2-0 Talisman build. It's just so aggressive. He gets all this extra stats and damage, and that makes it so hard for Storm to stay in this lane. He's now at level 6. He's got the ultimate coming to play, but even so, he's so far behind. Queen of Pain, 3-level advantage. Level 9 to the Storm Spirit's level 6. It's really going to be difficult for Storm Spirit. He can't stay mid. He's got to maybe go look for some ganks at top lane, but even there, we'll see. I imagine a TP scroll up on Queen of Pain. Yep, 2 TPs at that. He'll be ready for a counter gank. He'll look to TP in if there's any movement from Storm. Bottom lane, Lone Druid still farming away. Darkseid the one here on this WAM side, who seems to be sort of doing all right now. Did almost get picked up early on, was forced back to Fountain at least once, but things have somewhat stabilized here. The Soul Ring Tranquil Boots, he's got the unlimited mana and then unlimited HP regen. It's the duo you need as a solo Darkseid. Oh, Storm. He found the openings out. He's actually going to get instantly stunned up. Opens loses there as well. Shadow Demon should go down here. Luna gets WAM on the board with their first kill of the game, and they're going to try to go for more. They want this lifesteal. They'll get this lifesteal. Luna with a double kill. Queen of Pain comes in, finishes off the Storm. That's the TP scroll, I believe, coming up from Queen of Pain. The backup is there. He's now level 10. Trying to finish off Luna. Luna out of mana for now. No, there's enough mana now. Does have a Lucent Beam. Doesn't actually land it, though. Queen of Pain blinked out just in time. Salves, tangos, heals being popped all around. WAM, well, they get 2 kills, but once again, it's Stormtrooper who goes down. Very, very expensive kills. And look at it. I love what Pacific are doing. Scout with the illusion rune, and then, well, they look to try to go back in, but I think they decide against it. Too dangerous. The Lucent Beams doing a lot of damage. The telekinesis under your own tower could cause you some issues. Pacific 2, well, they're back to this trial in top. WAM are doing something similar. They've got their 3 heroes set up at this top lane. They've got to play this more defensive. They've got to play this more safe. How's Lone Druid doing about bottom? Looking like we're going to see that Radiance Rush. He's got these Tranquil Boots up, and that's all he needs to sustain himself. Even with Iron Shell doing a lot of damage to this bear, he can resummon it. He's not really at any point under a whole lot of pressure here. Regen Rune gets found by the Queen of Pain at bottom, and well, the rotation from the supports, it's coming towards the mid lane. They're looking to just provide some backup for this Storm Spirit. This could actually be what they need. Queen of Pain, mana isn't going to come out in time. No, Magic Wand, not going to happen. Doesn't get the blink off. Almost. The Magic Wand, he needed the wand and then instantly blinks, but wasn't quite quick enough. The Ice Path and Telekinesis coming in from the side. Both disables were essential there. I think Queen of Pain just thought he could get off a bit of cheeky harass. Blink in, harass, get Storm Spirit down to half HP, and then pop the regen rune. Unfortunately for him, he finds himself getting picked off. And that slows down Queen of Pain's momentum quite drastically. That was a 4-0 Queen of Pain at 11 minutes in. How's this life still doing? Forget the drums. It's straight phase into the armlet. He gets some movement speed, the extra damage from a phase boost, and now he's going for the drum of endurance. Bottom lane with the Darks here, returning. He's still having a decent start here. Probably going to look for that mech for his team. Wants to get the mech up. Lone Druid, though, he's still having uncontested free farm here. He's leading the charts. Lifestealer and Queen of Pain follow him. Then you've got the Darks here. And then far, far behind, in distant 5th place, you've got the Luna. And wow, tier 1 tower now going to drop as well. Lifestealer picks that one up. He's got his armlet recipe, and this is going to be his armlet. He needed that gold for it. And wow, Queen of Pain at mid gets a tower as well. 2 quick towers drop in favor of Pacific 2. What a WAM getting in return. Right now, absolutely nothing. They need to catch up on farm. They need to start ganking some of these key heroes. They're just not really making much out of this right now. As Lone Druid still continues his farm in the bottom lane. WAM just really wasting a lot of time here, not getting farmed. They're going to look for a gank. They're going to run right into the Sand King. He's going to get brought down before he can cast a spell. Shadow Demon also caught out in no man's land. Drops a disruption, but it looks like there's no running from him. Stormstreak needs to fly in. Zips in, gets the slow off. May need a pull out of this one. Is there enough mana? Queen of Pain comes in from the low ground. Sonic Wave is there if he wants to use it. One losing me, Sand King. Hits stun on 3. Sonic Wave is there. Luna with an Eclipse. Couldn't do enough damage. Sandstorm, though, with a rage. Blocks all the damage. Sand King, Sandstorms. Lifestealer goes Magic Immune. There's no damage coming out. Uh-oh, Sand King. Magic Wand keeps him alive, though. Stuns through the Luna. 4 kills now, going the way of the Pacific 2 team. A scrappy fight, and scrappy fights favor Queen of Pain as well as Sand King. 2 heroes who are just so good at that. Lifestealer as well. With a completed armor, just does so much damage there. And Stormsweep, bro. TPing home. I thought it was stuck there, but no, it looks like he's just going to TP back home, and it's another tier 1 tower. There's nothing stopping Pacific get this. Or is there? There's a TP and there's also a glyph. I spoke too soon. It's just doing Jakiro. Sidesteps the Ice Path, and he gets an Entangle off. This is going to force like the Jakiro, possibly even be the death of him. Shadow Demon is there with a disruption. Another TP coming in, but this TP is going to take a lot longer. 4-second TP, they get the tower though. They lose the Spirit Bear for it, but well worth it for the Lone Druid. He gets himself the extra gold. He gets himself, whoa, a lot of extra gold here. This is going to be a damn fast Radiance. Unfortunately for the Shadow Demon, this could be the end of him at bottom lane. Queen of Pain goes blinking in. Health protect the Shadow Demon, and Queen of Pain may be looking for this kill. The Oblivion stuff is there providing the extra damage, and well, easy kill. Blink and Scream not even needed, although it does help push out this creep wave. Keep that farm coming. Lone Druid. There's the start of this Radiance. It's coming, and it's coming fast. Meanwhile, the WAM team just have absolutely no farm, no items up their sleeves. Darkseer, the one here, is kind of doing just okay, but he's suddenly 0-2. He had that good start, but now things are looking a lot worse for him. He's trying to build up that mech, has the Hedris, buying the pieces bit by bit, but it's still a really challenging game for him to get back into it. And WAM, well, the Luna as well, not farming very well, just level 6 as well. That Eclipse, that last team fight, was not doing the maximum damage when you've only got a level 3 Lucent Beam. Oh, Stormstreak, he's found Nico here in the jungle. Nico on the run here. He's already popped the Rage here. There should be a pull. A lot of Storm's mana being used. We need some additional follow-up disables. It is going to come. Luna, Lucent Beam was there with an additional stun, and they bring down Lifesteal here at the top lane. Needed some sort of ghost suit armlet toggling, but it wasn't there. It wasn't to be. But it's coming with a trade-off. Pacific are farming at the bottom lane. They get they get Lone Druid getting more and more farm with this relic up on him. This Radiance is coming, and it's coming soon. Darkseer, mech, well, it's coming. Mech is a pretty cheap item. He's got most of it. He just needs the mech recipe. Top lane Luna, level 7 now. So we're looking at a Eclipse doing its full damage. Also Rubik, level 7. So he's got that spell still. He needs to be looking to steal some of these big spells. Sonic Wave and Burrow Strike. Those are kind of the two you want to look for. Burrow Strike especially going to be very key in these team fights. Sonic Wave, I mean, it's great, but it's going to cost a lot of Rubik's mana. He hasn't got Arcane Boots. He can't really sustain himself using Fade Bolt, Sonic Wave, and all that. Maybe one Sonic Wave can be popped if he's sitting on full mana, but for the most part, the ideal spell to steal is going to be this Burrow Strike. Pacific, though, they're just being... they're not even worried about pushing right now. They just have, what, Queen of Pain mid, Lone Druid farming bottom. Wait till they get this Radiance up. Wait till the Queen of Pain gets this Orchids up. All these items coming their way. Lifestealer now starting to work on his next item. Desolator, it looks like. And from there on out, Pacific are just going to be in such a big lead. Sand King has Arcane Boots, and, well, you know he's going to be eyeing off that Blink Dagger at some point in the next 5 minutes. Oh, Soldier zipping in from really far away. He's used up a lot of mana to do this. Queen of Pain, can they bring him down in time? Ice Path there to follow things up, as well as the Telekinesis. Everything being used to make sure they bring down Queen of Pain. Sand King comes in from behind. Infested Lifestealer is there. Luna needs to pop an Eclipse here, but it's not going to hit anyone. Once again, the Sandstorm on the Sand King, the Rage from the Lifestealer, but it's not going to be enough. Eclipse may have not done enough damage, but the Sand King does go down to the AoE from the Jakiro, and now Lifestealer on the run. Can Armlet toggle if need be, but it looks like they're not going to be able to chase him down. Pacific 2 slightly overextend there, and the problem was that Queen of Pain got brought down very quickly. WAM now. That was a much needed fight for them. Picked themselves up a couple key kills, and whoa, that's an ugly looking gold graph for 15 minutes in. That's where you really need those fights. We'll take another quick look at that last battle though, guys, as, well, Shadow Demon, he went in with a disruption. He thought he had a hero caught out on their own. They wanted this Darkseer, but Stormstreak just flew in. He said, nope, not happening. And the key thing is here, they chain their disables perfectly on the Queen of Pain. If they basically stack their disables, Queen of Pain blinks out, that fight goes horribly wrong. Because Queen of Pain basically can just sit on the side of the fight, drop a Sonic Wave, even without having any HP, Queen of Pain could have come back in. So if they don't kill the Queen of Pain by that perfect Ice Path timing, the perfect telekinesis, then that fight is lost. Pacific win that fight. So the Dire team, WAM, they do a good job of timing their disables, bursting down the Queen of Pain, and then they move on to the next target. They bring down the Shadow Demon. Sanking, I think it was a worthwhile attempt to go in with the Lifestealer there, especially Lifestealer considering as armlet, but the focus fire just wasn't there. They needed to burst down one hero fast, the Rubik or the Stormjet. Stormjet was just too hard to kill, too elusive. So when all's said and done, it's a good fight for WAM, but the problem is they're still not farming. The items just aren't coming for them. Stormjet, he's got absolutely nothing. Darkseid still doesn't have his mech up, and then you've got Luna who, well, Drum of Endurance is there, but all in all, these heroes just very underfarmed compared to the Pacific side where you're starting to see a big item coming up. Queen of Pain with the Sheep Stick, Orchid soon, the Silent Stick, Lone Druid Radiance, Lifestealer, he's already got one big item in the armor, and he's going to have a second soon with a Desolator. And then even the support, Sanking. As mentioned, he's had these Arcane Boots for some time. He's going to be looking at that Blink Dagger sometime in the next couple of minutes, I feel. WAM have to defend, and defending is going to be so difficult up against the Lone Druid Radiance now. He's keeping this bottom lane pushed out as much as possible. Radiance is up. Question is, does he look to go for more? Do they just look to try group up as 5 and go push now? Doesn't seem they're quite ready. They want the Orchid complete on Queen of Pain. They also want this Lifestealer Desolator. Man, this Queen of Pain, level 14. That's the other big thing here. Getting that kill on that Queen of Pain in the last fight is a lot of XP. Killing a high-level hero like this Queen of Pain will really help WAM get some levels. You see the supports, the Jakiro. He's now level 8, almost level 9. Rubik up to level 8. That's where that team fight really helps out. The XP suddenly drops down a bit and stabilizes. The gold, it's still pretty ugly. It's still up near that 10k mark. As now the mid lane push is coming. It looks like time is now to group up as 5 and go push. 4 heroes there with the Queen of Pain and Lone Druid in the front lines with that Radiance Bear. Assault Crest probably coming next, but that's not for some time. And with the Radiance up, they can just push. They can team fight. Looks like the Dire team, they don't even want to try and fight this. Stormstrip not good for stopping pushes. And as a result, this is just going to be an uncontested tier 2 tower. Lone Druid pops the Rabbit. This tower just being forced down as fast as possible. And meanwhile, bottom lane, the counter push is there. WAMs don't have the fastest pushing lineup here as well. Lift's just going to try to stall them out, and tier 2 tower already down. Pacific say, okay, great, have our tier 1. Look what happens to your tier 3. And Jakiro's not there to start spamming. He needs to be there as soon as possible. This tier 3 already getting down to about half HP. Lifestealer there with the Rage. He gets out of the Ice Path, and well, tier 3 tower getting very low. What has Rubik stolen? Rabid. Of all the useless spells, why are you trying to steal a spell from that Lone Druid, man? There's nothing to steal from a Lone Druid. And you need to steal from that Sanking. Find Sanking, steal from him. And the tier 1 tower bottom doesn't even go down. The split push failed. That's really the issue here. There's just not enough damage to go for this split push. They get a tier 2, almost bring down a tier 3, and the TPs had to come back from the Dire side. They couldn't even finish off a tier 1 bottom. Lone Druid TPs in, and now they're pushing down this bottom lane as well. These tier 2s. That's sort of your short-term goals. Long-term, you want this tier 3 and these Raxes, but if they can get these tier 2s in the sideline, that's more gold going their way. May help get this Shadow Demon up to something like a mech. He's got an urn as well as boots now. Bringing out some more wards for himself. No obvious mech buy for this Radiant team. Something that does make it a bit harder to push. They don't have the heals, but Shadow Demon with an urn of shadows, that can give you some heals. Shadow Demon actually really under-leveled. I'm really surprised. Shadow Demon the lowest level in this game, despite having 10 assists. He's been in 10 of these kills, but he must have sort of been outside of XP range. Drop a Shadow Poison, not getting XP range of these kills, because he's really behind as far as levels go. 2 levels behind, 2 levels behind Rubik, 3 levels behind the Jakiro. And now the bottom tier 2 tower push is going to be coming. Lone Druid is leading the charge with his Spirit Bear. Chipping away at it, recalls it when needed, when he thinks it's about to take some damage. And this tier 2 tower just crumbles to the demolish. Luna goes for a deny, but that's not happening. Oh, Silence is there. Queen of Pain goes on the Storm Spirit. There's no escape for Storm. He gets mech'd up. That's going to save his life. The Ice Path coming in. He's going to re-engage as well there. Sanking stuns 3. Oh my gosh, what a Burrow Strike coming out. Epicenter followed. Luna has no BKB. There's no getting out of this one as far as Magic Immune is concerned. The Phase Boost Lifesteal is still chasing. He's got a Desolator. There's 4 down. Can we make it 5? The Radiance Bear makes it 5. There's your team wipe. Here's your tier 3 tower now under siege. Pacific don't lose a single hero in that engagement. Absolutely perfect fight coming out from them. Sanking got the epicenter of his life with a 3-hero Burrow Strike, and Queen of Pain was there with the AoE needed.
Stormtrooper just re-engaged after the silence wore off. They thought they could fight. Darkseid couldn't really go off an ultimate at any point, and now bottom racks are down, and possibly mid as well. Double damage still up on the Queen of Pain. That was the other big thing there. They fought into a double damage rune, and well, now the mid racks are falling as well. Everyone almost respawned, but they've already lost 2 sets here. Pacific can just back off. They can go take Roshan. They can just go push out top. Either Roche, push top, just keep pushing out these mid and bottom lanes. Either way, things are looking really good for them. And all that gold they just got from pushing, that's going to spell Assault Crest for a Lone Druid. Blink Dagger for Sand King. Queen of Pain with it. Well, it looks like a Lincoln Sphere coming very, very soon. And Life Stealer. What's his next big item? Armlet Desto's there. He doesn't need to go for the Assault Crest when you've got that Lone Druid, but it looks like he is going to pick up a Hyperstone nonetheless. Look to get some attack speed going his way. Does synergize well with his hero nonetheless, and you can always just go for a different style of play anyway. Lone Druid maybe doesn't even go for the Assault Crest. I say that, but there we go. Looks like we're just going to see a raw Hyperstone, because with the Desolator already there, you can't really go for the Mjolnir. Does not stack with that with the Lifestealer, unfortunately. But 2 sets of racks is down. This game is now Pacific's to lose, and losing this is going to be damn hard. The Dire team just really, they don't have the heroes. They don't have the composition that's good at defending. The Darkseer is the only good turtling hero. Well, Darkseer as well as Jakiro. Jakiro's got some levels here with the maxed out Ice Path, 2 points in the Dual Breath, and as well as having the Macro Pyre. But having to defend 2 other lanes, as well as the push coming top, is going to be what's caused, basically, what seals the deal. This is going to put the nail in the coffin for WAM if they can't defend this top lane. Nico. He's going to lead the charge with that Lone Druid. And now with Aegis up as well on the Lifestealer, he's just not going to be afraid of anything. Wall gets popped preemptively, and, well, things are going to get even more difficult now. Without this wall of replica, how do you defend? That's going to wear off. It's only a level 1 wall, so 15 seconds, it's gone. Pacific going to probably realize this and just go straight back into pushing. Maybe wait for this mid lane to get some momentum as well as bottom lane, because they're going to be pushing in, causing some additional problems very, very soon. And Lone Druid, there's your Assault Crest. Queen of Pain with the completed Lincolns. Shadow Demon, Arcane Boots, Lifestealer, the Hyperstone as mentioned, Sand King. He's got his Blink as well as the Point Booster now. And now they go high going. Oh, it's actually coming in from the side here. They actually snuck around from the edge here. Stormstroke brings down the Queen of Pain. Stormstroke going to move on to this Bear maybe. They want to bring down the Radiant Bear. It's also got an Assault Crest, but they're unable to do so. They've lost Storm, they've lost Luna, they're trying to bring down more. Nico just in the front lines being an absolute menace. He gets stunned up under the tower. He's going to go down maybe. Shadow Demon keeps him alive with a disruption. Either way, he's got an Aegis. It doesn't even matter. GG is going to be called. Kamina, the WAM captain, the Vietnamese captain, is going to tap out. When all said and done, the complete team wipe is there. The Vietnamese's only hope gets defeated here in your Armageddon Dota 2 Grand Slam of Asia. And boy, did Pacific Esports 2 look convincing. From start to finish, they just had such a great start, such a great mid-game, and when they knew what to do to seal off the game. 25 kills to 10. It took them only 25 minutes to do so, and they notched themselves this win. They'll go on, they'll finish off these tier 4 towers, and they'll advance to the loser bracket round 2, I believe. Possibly even round 3 now. I think we're getting to the loser bracket round 3. So they advance to the loser bracket round 3. Just getting up some last-minute victory kills here as they go diving past, find some more kills here. Pacific, well, kudos to those guys. They put up a fantastic performance. They're going to advance to the next round. Keep the Philippines flag flying high. 1 or 2 Pinoy teams still left in the bracket. We've got Gangster as well as Pacific. The 2 Pinoy hopes still in here. Unfortunately for Vietnam, they lose their only team. No more Vietnamese hope now as WAM are knocked out. Guys, thanks everyone for tuning in. I am Gods from Beyond the Summit, casting the Armageddon Dota 2 Grand Slam of Asia. Big thanks to Armageddon for putting us all on, as well as all of our sponsors, AMD, eClub, Asus, Rapture Gaming Network, Zook, Sonic here, as well as Power Logic, to making this event possible. Guys, we'll be back soon with more live action. Be sure to follow the stream, as well as come on down if you're in Singapore. Head on down to the Marina Bay Sands Convention Center to check out all the live action from the event itself. Anyways, guys, we'll be back soon with more live action. Very, very low for the Lone Druid. Lone Druid's level 5 as well. doesn't look like it. Ice Blast's going to prevent it coming in, but then it could get... Stabilized here.
We're here now.
Down the openings out. On the board with their first goal of the game. They're going to try and go for more. They want this life steal. They'll get this life steal. Lose it. The Queen of Pain comes in.
I'm over here.
I felt that.
Looking for me? Here I am.
Death travels faster than sound.
But it's still a really challenging game for him to get back into it. And WAM, well, the Luna as well, not farming very well. Just level 6 as well.
Let the fun begin.
Oh, Soldier, he's done. He's going to all these items.
What I miss?